The state capital of Utah dramatically lit up on it. And we've got
Kevin, thank you very much.
Thanks, David. That's David Aldridge, our NBA Hall of Famer. Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Oubre in at the three, the small forward. And for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Joe Ingles is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Gobert in at the five. Now here's Conley, outside Bogdanovich. Back to Conley. Lets it go with the three. That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Conley into the lane. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Johnson dishes to Ayton. Back to Johnson. On the wing, Booker. Clock at 6. Johnson with it. Conley picks him up. Here's Rubio. That one off the back iron and out.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And such a great all-around player for over a decade now. Conley is one of the class acts in our league.
He is, GA. One of the best floor leaders we have. He's completely unselfish. Also, 3-time NBA Sportsmanship Award winner. And in 2019, was named NBA Teammate of the Year.
Here's Booker. Following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. On the wing, Mitchell. And Bogdanovich kicks to Ingles. Mitchell against Rubio. Mitchell passes to Bogdanovich. No good there. Now the Suns take it the other way. And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovich. That is his first foul of the game. Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. There's the pass to Ayton. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
I think this is Rubio's greatest trait. I love to watch him move the basketball, and so does his coaching staff.
Mitchell with it, now guarded by Ayton. And slam dunk by Gobert.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Suns trail by 3. Oubre, right side. And it's Rubio penetrating.
Excellent setup. Rubio scopes out the weakness in the defense, then exploits it.
For Utah, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Mitchell passes to Gobert. Kicks it to Ingles. The Jazz working the ball around now. A 3-ball. Oubre pulls it in. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by 1. Here's Johnson. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Mitchell's shot is good.
Great job getting it to go after he takes the hit. Mitchell plays with a force every night.
Suns trail by 3. The drive by Booker. And he uses the glass on the layup. Booker's got his second bucket.
They're getting him shots in his spots. That's understanding your personnel.
Outside Conley. Down low. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
Rubio the pass to Booker. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Ingles. Mitchell passes to Gobert. outside Bogdanovich. He dishes it to Conley. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Unloads. And it's Mitchell missing. For Phoenix, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Again, the miss by Booker. Utah leading. The drive by Mitchell. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
What hustle on the glass. Bogdanovich doesn't give up. Have to appreciate the effort.
Pass to Rubio. Back to Ayton. Over Gobert. And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists in the game. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Jazz lead by 1. And always interesting to hear from Donovan Mitchell, who recently...
Everybody had their reputations of what we...
And you know, Greg, Mitchell's going to be right in the middle of it, leading the way.
And on top of everything else he does, he's elite at getting his own shot. We've seen him carry this team offensively at times. Boy, he is special.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
They've got O'Neal. Clarkson is out there with Moutier, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Davis in at the 4 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. Davis, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Phoenix. The Jazz shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those 2 guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Pass to Moutier. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Carter comes in with the double team. Back to Clarkson. Gobert finds Clarkson. Jazz working now with the fresh shot clock. Here's Moutier. And a miss there on the triple.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Phoenix shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Kaminsky is checked in for Aaron Baines.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Utah leading by 3. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Lets it go. And Davis puts it in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Mike Conley is a 3-time Sportsmanship Award winner. He's also won the Teammate Award. And he's never been assessed a technical foul at any level of basketball. Now, some ask if going easy on the refs costs him calls down the road. But Coach Quinn Snyder said, it's hard to imagine that handling yourself with poise and respect can ever be a negative. Guys?
Well said. Thanks, David. Pass to Davis. Here's Moutier. Stolen away. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Sharch dishes to Bridges, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And the thing that stood out for me last year about Moutier, his shot selection was much improved.
It was, GA, a career high from the field. He was solid also from 3. Still, he needs to clean up that turnover category. But we have to remember, He is still very young despite how long we've been talking about him.
Saric passes to Bridges. 1:43 left in the first half. Saric, that's good.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Saric has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere.
Moutier kicks to Davis. Moutier passes to Davis. Saric against O'Neal. Lets a floater go. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. The Suns have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Stolen by O'Neal. Davis with it. Bridges covering. Back to O'Neal. 58 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Gobert dishes to O'Neal. Davis. It's good on the putback. And the Jazz lead by 1.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Jerome, defended by Moutier. And Davis sends it back. And they get it back. Saric, that's good. There's 31 seconds left in the first half. And he jams it with authority.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
He gets that one. Carter's got the lead up to 1 now for Phoenix.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And that one good from Clarkson. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Jerome passes to Bridges. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's his first foul. Stolen by Mitchell. And a close game so far through the first 2. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They didn't get more than a 1 possession. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You gotta like what Jordan Clarkson has done in this game.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade All Field. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Ayton with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Booker with no one around. Offensive rebound. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
Conley the pass to Gobert. Jazz passing it around. And the layup falls. Gobert's got 6 points.
The evolution of Gobert's offense, much more fluid now at that end.
And there's a lot of talk about Gobert's rim protection. but his rebounding is every bit as important on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's finishing off defense. Once you force them to miss, you don't want to allow second chance opportunities. Rudy Gobert averaged over 10 defensive boards a game last year. That was the best numbers of his career and top 3 in the league. They are at their best when Mitchell pushes the action. His aggressiveness raises the level of this team.
Rubio against Conley. Back to Rubio. He kicks it to Ayton. Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it? Great 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. The Suns at full strength, able to win some games. He's obviously a huge part of their future.
I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Here's Mitchell. He's got 6. Another miss by Utah. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Rubio misses.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
To the middle. Outside Conley. Back to Davis. It's deflected.
I think surprising everyone in this arena. Rubio all over it.
Stolen by Conley. Bogdanovich dishes to Davis. That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Davis has got 8 points.
Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
Ayton, the pass to Oubre. Rebound, Utah.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Ingles finds Mitchell. Johnson with the block, but they'll get another chance. Clock is at 3. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Second shot opportunity. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Rubio against Conley. And Rubio kicks to Johnson. Over Mitchell. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
And good that time. He's got 5.
We've talked about it before. Unselfish, great awareness. Ingles willing to turn down the shot if someone can break free.
The drive by Booker. And he banks in the layup.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Bogdanovich passes to Conley. Here's Davis. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Davis has got 4 points this quarter. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Booker with it. Conley picks him up. Here's Ayton. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And the sheer muscle of Ayton. Sometimes he's impossible to stop on the way up.
Rubio against Conley. And there's the pass to Ingles. To the paint. Oubre with the steal. And Booker kicks to Johnson.
And some people harp on his lack of height, but his size doesn't hurt him at all when it comes to rebounding.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Jazz lead. Well, Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And here's Moutier. Emmanuel Moutier out there with Clarkson. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Niang in at the 4. That's the group right now for Utah.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Booker looking around. To the inside. Here's Baines. Shot from 12. And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from Devin Booker.
The quick, clean shot there from Booker. Strong mechanics give him great accuracy.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And the Suns making a change here. Jerome is checked in. Free throw good. Clarkson.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
Here's Jerome. Second chance shot. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Inside, Clarkson. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got 4 assists in the game. Suns trail by 6. Here's Jerome. Over to the left wing. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Carter dishes to Bridges, and it's good for 2.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Baines passes to Saric. Bridges against O'Neal. Back to Saric. 4 on the clock. Bridges kicks to Carter. And the 3 off target.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Gobert, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And it's an 8-point Jazz lead.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The first one falls. Bogdanovich is checked in for the Jazz. Conley now comes in for Emmanuel Moutier. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Lays it up off the glass. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 8 now for the Jazz.
Has a great combination of height and body frame. Bogdanovich can keep up with the defenders physically.
And Booker kicks to Oubre. Booker against Clarkson. The drive by Booker. The putback. Here's Baines. No luck. They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. It's Gobert with the ball for Utah. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Clarkson against Booker. Now, here's Clarkson. Guarded closer. Over Booker. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Suns trail by 8. And a Oubre off the drive. Basket good.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Jazz have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. It's Rubio. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bogdanovich, and he banks in the layup. And the Jazz lead by 8.
Good drive by Bojan Bogdanovich. Developed this nice move that he can attack the closeouts.
Kicks it out to Rubio. Stolen by Conley. Up top, defended by Booker. For 3. The shot that time, not on target. Now the Suns take it the other way. Nails the wide-open jump shot.
And what a baller Booker is, capable of torching you from any spot on the floor.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wants it on the wing. And it's off from three-point range.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And even if they make it, they need an immediate foul no matter who catches the ball.
Rubio finds Baines. Gobert with the block.
With plays like that, Gobert can start to get in your head. He covers so much ground.
Clarkson with the ball. And he converts the layup.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
And so it's Utah with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Welcome fans to 2K Sports. DA, it's
Well, Kevin, Devin.
special talent indeed. David, thank you. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Hull out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Kelly Oubre out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot.
What a pretty pass from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's capable as a scorer, but finds his teammate there.
Good on the bucket. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5 because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
Here's Dort. The Suns getting the bucket. Good work there as it goes.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint, and make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
Oubre, right side. Kicks it out to Booker. Now here's Oubre. He's tightly guarded.
Boy, this guy is such a defensive stalwart. Steven Adams' size and timing. Send it back, Steven.
Down low. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Doris, when you just look at the numbers the last 2 seasons, Gallinari has been playing like an all-star.
Now, Greg, you're talking about 20 points per game, 6 rebounds, a couple of assists, and he began to shoot a higher volume of threes, which obviously sometimes leads to a little bit less efficiency. But not for Gallinari. He's actually improved his accuracy from the three-point line. Well, the length and athleticism of DeAndre Ayton make that an easy opportunity.
Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari on the wing. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. To the middle. Knocked loose and stolen by Booker. Fast break, here come the Suns. Dishes to Ayton. Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Ayton. Pocket 4. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists tonight.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
The shot's good from Paul.
Working inside, Chris Paul has the ability to outsmart the opposition and makes himself a good shot opportunity.
Lobbed up there for Booker, and out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
And the Suns here with a different look. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Sharge comes in for Johnson. Mikal Bridges checked in for Kelly Oubre, and it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Now here's Noel. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Gallinari. And yes, it's good.
Well, some contact there on the shot, but Danilo Gallinari, much improved upper body strength, maintains his focus. Nicely done.
Here's Booker. Here's Baines. And the layup falls.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Here's Schroeder. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
This guy not just a jump shooter now. Dennis Schroeder more than happy to get inside and mix it up.
Suns have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And Phoenix making a change here. Jerome is checked in. Then for the Thunder, Mike Muscala is checked in for Gallinari. And Diallo subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Ferguson. Back to Diallo. To the paint. Here's Noel. Again, the Thunder score.
Well, 6'11" Nerlens Noel so efficient down deep, working his magic thanks to that great size.
Here's Jerome. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's Baines, and he drops it in from the low post. Baines has got his second basket of the game. Oklahoma City trailing. Ferguson kicks it over to Schroeder. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
For a guy who's a little bit smaller at the guard position, Schroeder is fearless. I think he likes contact.
Jerome passes to Baines. Here's Jerome. Back to Baines. Pass to Jerome. And he uses the glass on the layup.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And there's the call on Dario Saric. That is his first foul of the game. Noel passes to Schroeder. Inside. Muscala gets the bucket.
We are talking about a very solid passer at his position. Schroeder identifying an open teammate.
To the inside. Lets it go from 11. And that one hits back iron. It's all tied in Phoenix. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. When it comes to the art of providing leadership, CP3.
The guys on the team already tell me I talk too much a lot. You know, I'm constantly talking on the court. I'm a communicator.
Well said. He does a great job of keeping everyone involved and on the same page.
And Kevin, he practices what he preaches. He plays the right way and motivates his teammates to do the same.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Suns. Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Then there's Carter. Then it's Frank Kaminsky. And it's Jerome in at the point. Here is Carter after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. And he's able to get it back. Carter with it. Diallo's there. Carter, that's good.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
But to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Now here's Schroeder. He's got 6, and that one drops. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter.
And once Schroeder was asked to name his favorite NBA city, I believe it surprised a lot of fans when he said Milwaukee.
That's right, Greg. But he cited the strong German culture there. Schroeder, of course, went straight from Germany to the NBA. He relied on his athleticism early on, but now he's seeing the game much better, plays under control, can lead the team. He has had a tremendous amount of growth.
Phoenix with the ball. Following the score by Oklahoma City. Here's Kaminsky. And it's Noel with the rebound. The Thunder have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. With the teardrop, Schroeder. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Schroeder's got the lead up to 2 now for the Thunder.
That's about willpower from Dennis Schroeder. Great job out hustling guys on the offensive glass.
Pass to Jerome. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jerome's got 6 points.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And it's Schroeder missing. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. That drive by Carter, that's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Now here's Schroeder. 10 points for him. Count that bucket. 1:57 left in the first half of the game. And stolen by Diallo. It's Schroeder with the drive. And that one is good. 14 points for him.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Carter looking around. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Kaminsky's got it all tied up now for the Suns.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Now here's Schroeder. 14 points for him. And he gets it to go.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Carter left side. The pass to Kaminsky. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Suns have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. So both teams making some changes here. And the second free throw, good. 56 seconds left now here in the second. To the middle. Here's Dort. Count it, good. Dort's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Akobo, the pass to Kaminsky. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Hall. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 assists in the game. Rubio left side. Down low. That's it, and the Oklahoma City leaders got down to 2 as they get the bucket from Johnson.
Well, Ricky Rubio has defined point guard vision. He can see the floor so beautifully.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Akobo. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Kaminsky misses off the right iron. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Oklahoma.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, tight game. What do you think your team...
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. That guy right, Dennis Schroeder, playing terrific basketball in this one. He had 16 points. Certain guys give their teams a lot more than the... And
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul, and it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Adams, back to Paul. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And Those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts.
I tell you, so good at maintaining composure on the pick and roll. Rubio decides to take that one himself.
And the rejection by Ayton. Poked away. Here's Dort. They get it again, and it's Gallinari on the follow. Gallinari's got the lead up to 4 now for Oklahoma City.
Well, he's got the size and strength. Gallinari doing work on the glass.
Back to Johnson. And Adams sends it back. They get it back, and that one's good, Ayton. Thunder have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Ball passes to Dort. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Well, you can see, guys, how much confidence DeAndre Ayton plays the game with. This is especially so on the offensive end.
And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
You know, you think back to DeAndre Ayton's college career, he demonstrated three-point range, and while he's eager to show that in the NBA, the Suns want him to attack the rim.
And he takes it right at the man who just scored on him.
That's the way to answer back, with an in-your-face stuff.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Paul surveying the floor. And the rejection by Ayton.
Outstanding shot blocker. DeAndre Ayton off his feet in a hurry to send it back.
Chalk up 2 there.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half.
And Monty Williams.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
What I love about Steven Adams is he approaches the game with a level of physicality that sets a tone for his team. Outstanding defensively and growing offensively.
Shooter passes to Gilgeous-Alexander.
How fast off his feet is Gilgeous-Alexander. What a dunk.
For Phoenix, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Back to Oubre. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Shooter passes to Adams. There's Noel. No good that time. Some solid defense from Šarić. Oubre, right side. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Oubre's got the game tied up here for the Suns.
Now that's the lefty stroke of Oubre, right? He can hit from mid-range right on out to deep three-point range.
Rubio with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Šarić. And the rejection by Noel. Here's Schroeder. He's still up. Now he is 9 of 10.
Well, the Dennis Schroeder show is cooking on all cylinders right now. The defense has no answer.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. Thunder with the rebound.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And it's Noel missing. Suns have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Kicks it out to Booker. He's looking for Saric and finds him. To the inside. Here's Baines. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Thunder lead by 2. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Aaron Baines out there with Kaminsky. And it's Bridges in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Here's Baines after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Here's Schroeder following the score by Phoenix. Up and in on the layup. Schroeder's got the lead up to 4 now for the Thunder.
This is Schroeder at his best, putting that blinding speed to great advantage.
Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Booker in the post. Diallo's there. The shot's good. Baines has got 4 this quarter.
Well, Devin Booker is known as a scorer, but this guy will find you if you're open.
Back to Schroeder. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Schroeder's got 26.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Up top, Rubio. He's covered by Muscala. It's stolen by Muscala. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. So for the Suns, Ayton, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Johnson comes in for Kaminsky. And Oubre subbed in for Bridges. Now, here's Rubio. Booker, right side. He dishes it to Ayton. Booker in the corner. Passes to Ayton. Good. Nice assist from Booker. 22 points for him.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Paul outside. Kicks it to Gallinari. Back to Paul. Shot clock at 6. And the rejection by Ayton. And he gets it back. And that one's good. Noel.
Oh, the tenaciousness of Nerlens Noel taking over big.
Ayton attacking. Ripped away. The shot by Paul, no good. Suns trail by 4. Ayton inside. He's covered by Noel. And that one's good, Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton with a big-time shot. Go ahead, young sir.
Here's Paul. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Chris Paul is no stranger to delivering in the big moments. Go ahead, CP3.
And Rubio kicks to Oubre. Booker left side. The dish to Ayton. Dort grabs the miss.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And it's in there. Now it's a 6-point Thunder lead.
There's an elusivity to Chris Paul's play. He's got the knack to get into the teeth of the defense and make something happen.
Here's Rubio following the basket by Chris Paul. It's good. Ayton's got 6 in the quarter.
But DeAndre Ayton is engaged. He's focused, and he delivers a clutch bucket.
Paul passes to Dortch. Another shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line. Add to your lead.
Pass to Johnson. Kicks it out to Booker. Rubio outside. Got it. And now they trail by just 4.
Oh, give credit to Rubio. Tough-minded individuals tend to excel in big moments.
Oklahoma City moving it around. Pass to Dortch. Gallinari in the corner. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Booker with no one around. Off target from 3-point range. Out to the right wing. Gallinari inside the 3-point line. It's off. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging.
A view of I-40. And is
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
Thank you, D.A. And checking out Utah's opening lineup. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with Joe Ingles. And it's Gobert in at center. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Inside, Dort. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, Steven Adams has more skills than just being a screen setter out there, showing them off there.
Back to Mitchell. Conley scanning the floor. Now the pass to Ingles. Back to Conley. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. Pass to Gallinari. Here's Dort. Adams down low. Defended by Gobert. And it's Gallinari missing. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Utah. Takes a 3. The shot misses. And the Thunder going the other way now. Finished off the break.
Now you're pretty confident that Chris Paul is going to make the right decision with the basketball.
Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
And going back to when he turned pro at just 16 years of age, Gallinari has proven to be one of the best players ever from Italy.
You think about his final year in Milano and just how highly efficient he was, first in the league's ratings overall. 6th pick going from Italy to New York City, and the fans had no idea what they were getting, but Gallinari eventually dealt in the Carmelo deal, and his career, although it's been multiple stops, has been pretty exemplary. Gilgeous-Alexander, skilled and athletic, and that time hits the offensive glass.
Mitchell against Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go from 14. Kicks it out to Mitchell. The putback, and there's Gobert putting it right back in. Gobert's got 6.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Now here's Paul. He had stolen by Ingles. One-on-one here. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Paul outside. Stolen by Michael Conley. Has to Gobert. He dishes it to Bogdanovich. Back to Gobert. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. He's got 8.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Back to Paul. Over Ingles. Paul's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Bogdanovich with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Mitchell. His 3-pointers off the mark. Thunder trailing by 5 to the middle. Here's Dort, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Well, Chris Paul at his best right there on that kind of play. A legendary distributor who spots the open man.
Ingles makes it off the glass.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And Adams has got the ball here for the Thunder. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. That one drops for him. Paul's got his second basket.
Well, he's such a good scorer when he gets inside that painted area. One of the game's best mid-range players that we've ever seen. Chris Paul getting it done.
Now here's Conley. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Count the basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Inside. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D, and the basket is good.
SGA on the inside, a nice finish and a strong one.
Here's Ingles. Rudy Gobert, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Utah. Well, recently, Chris Paul talked about adding some left.
It sounds so generic to say we have fun, but
yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Utah, they've got Jordan Clarkson. He's out there with Emmanuel Mudiay. O'Neal is out there with Bradley. And it's Niang in at the portion. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
Here's Schroeder, and the layup is good. Schroeder's got his first basket.
And even though Schroeder might be on the light end of things when it comes to his weight, he remains relentless driving towards the basket.
Out to the wing, to the inside. Shoots, passes it to Mudiay. Three-pointer. The Jazz with another miss. Oklahoma City trailing.
And remember, an early part of the process in Philadelphia, it's taken Noel a little time to define his role in the league.
The length and athleticism is just something that you can't teach, and that keeps people intrigued about Nerlens Noel. His skill set continues to be a work in progress, but there's been some signs of a turn for Noel now.
Now, here is Muscala. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Up top, Diallo. He's covered by Clarkson.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside. That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Bradley on the double team. Here's Schroeder. Lays it up and banks it in. Schroeder's got the lead back up to 3 now for the Thunder.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bojan Bogdanovic was a pro in Europe for a decade before he joined the NBA. Croatian sharpshooter says a lot of players who are happy over there, but I wanted to have another challenge, to play against the best in the world. That was the only thing that was important to me. Guys, he's lived up to that promise.
He loves that challenge, and he's having success. D.A., thank you. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mudiay. Second shot opportunity. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Bradley.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
A slam dunk by Diallo.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Noel. Gallinari comes in for Muscala. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Terrence Ferguson. And it's Paul in for Dennis Schroeder. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Mitchell finds Conley, and Adams sends it back.
And Steven Adams just throwing that one out of the way.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force. Now here's Paul over Conley. And Adams with the basket on the assist by Paul. Adams has got the lead up to 5 now for the Thunder. Outside Conley. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Back to Conley. Dishes it to Davis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, the defender underestimates Davis's length there, and trust me, easy to do. Sends him to the line.
Joe Ingles is checked in for the Jazz. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Paul with the ball. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Yeah, hard to throw Chris Paul off kilter there. Great at completing those tough baskets.
Here's Conley. Gallinari with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Paul outside, and there's the pass to Adams. Over Conley, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that'll do it for the first half. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. They kept at it on. That's all for now.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, and I'm not sure coming into this game he felt like he could dominate in the way he's doing so now. Been phenomenal.
Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now here's Adams. Paul goes in. Yep, that one goes in there. Paul's got 8 points.
Chris Paul knows exactly not just who's going to hit him, but how they're going to hit him.
It seems like every team, Greg, needs that one enforcer, that one guy who's going to get under opponent's skin.
Well, in one poll of coaches and players, Adams was voted the 2nd dirtiest player in the league. One guy said he's real physical, but maybe he crosses the line. Throws the sneaky elbow here and there, commits extra hard fouls, yet Adams usually escapes foul trouble.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 1-point game. Here's Gallinari. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Gallinari's got his 2nd bucket.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Bogdanovich. Gobert trying to get open. Bogdanovich, no luck.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Jazz trail by 3. Here's Conley. Adams, a nice D.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Here's Bogdanovich following the basket by Chris Paul. Ingles with the ball. Now defended by Adams. Fires from 14. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Yep, that one goes.
And Bogdanovich, a talented scorer, likes getting involved down low.
Paul passes to Adams. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes,
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
And pushing it up here is Oklahoma City. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now here's Moutier. He gets it in there.
Muscle of Moutier, solid at gutting the defense there despite their efforts.
Diallo kicks it over to Schroeder. 1:31 left here in the third quarter. Gobert with the defensive effort. Here's Clarkson. And the layup's good off the glass. Now just a 3-point Thunder lead.
You're going to burn yourself when you get up that close to Clarkson. He's explosive.
Moutier against Schroeder. Down low. It's stolen by Davis. An even 3-on-3 break. There's a minute left to play here in the third. O'Neal dishes to Moutier. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Tip of the cap to Moutier for pounding his way inside and getting contact as a result.
Mike Muscala is checked in for Oklahoma City. Utah also making some changes. Bogdanovich is checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Mitchell in for Jordan Clarkson. Now here's Schroeder. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Schroeder's got 6.
Trying to get more confident shooting from the interior. Schroeder wants to keep adding some elements to the offensive end of his game.
Here's Mitchell. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. 35 seconds left to play in the third. Schroeder looking around. Noel controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Thunder lead by 4.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Mitchell. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 3 assists in the game. Ferguson kicks it over to Schroeder. It's stolen by Moutier. Here's Mitchell. And he hits it to tie the game up. Mitchell's got 10 points here in the second half.
And man, does Mitchell get buckets. And from everywhere on the floor. A versatile offensive threat.
Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And so in the game for the Jazz, Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Bogdanovich out there with Davis, and it's Conley in at the point. Muscala hits the bucket.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And for the Jazz, they're shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Conley against Schroeder. And it's Conley penetrating, and it's good. 2 points. Conley's got it all tied up now for the Jazz.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Schroeder. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Fighting through some defense right there. Schroeder showing some offensive confidence right now.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Thunder with some changes. Gallinari comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And it's Paul in for Dennis Schroeder. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. George Niang comes in for Joe Ingles.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Now, here is Gallinari. Paul passes to Noel. Back to Paul. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And Paul takes pride in scoring past the defense. He's used to getting roughed up a little bit. Sometimes he causes most of that, though. True grit from the little man.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Mitchell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First free throw is good.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Dort's checked in. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Yes! And the foul. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the one thing you notice about Gilgeous-Alexander, you know, he sort of glides around the court, then suddenly hit you with that burst.
Well, it's amazing that he has that crafty and uncanny ability, and then he's having some time with Chris Paul. So that's only going to be enhanced as Shai continues to work that change of pace game.
And how fearless is Donovan Mitchell? I mean, as a rookie, in his first playoff series, he went off for 38 in a closeout game against none other than Russell Westbrook.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's Moutier, following the basket by Chris Paul. Back to Moutier. To the paint. Here's Gobert. Goes back up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The first free throw is good.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
And Gobert drops them both. And Adams has got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They lead by 1. Here's Paul. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Yeah, just love how Chris Paul steps up and nails crucial baskets. A huge momentum changing shot there.
Gobert dishes to Moutier. Back to Gobert. Over in the corner, Moutier. And he makes the first.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
And the Jazz making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Over in the corner, Paul. And Adams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Thunder lead by 3.
That doesn't happen all that often, but Steven Adams stepping up big here.
Moutier looking around. Kicks it out to Mitchell. he makes good on the layup. Mitchell's got 16 points here in the second half.
And the coaching staff loves this. Mitchell being assertive on offense and just imposing his will.
Paul passes to Dort. To the inside. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
There's always these nights where Chris Paul tends to get a little bit hungry on the offensive end. We're seeing it play out here.
Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
And it's Mitchell missing. The Thunder shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. Paul outside. Trying to find Gallinari and gets it to him. Pass to Dort. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Covered by Mitchell. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Good. And it's a 9-point Thunder lead.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
Now, here is Gallinari. To the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Paul. Puts up a 3. Here's Adams, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, the motor right now for Steven Adams is humming on the glass, getting after it.
So we see the Thunder get the win here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining. downtown Phoenix on a front. Now it's ended down to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Donovan Mitchell grew up around pro athletes. His father worked in Major League Baseball, and Donovan said, "I saw guys making millions, staying humble and grounded. I also saw the other side."
What a great guy. DA, thank you for that. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Joe Ingles is out there at Bogdanovich, and it's Gobert in at the 5. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton, and it's Oubre in at the small forward. Now here is Conley. Now the feed to Ingles. He can't get that one to fall. And Phoenix the other way now.
And just as Kelly Oubre was coming into his own as an NBA starter, a meniscus tear in his right knee ended his season. Now, back in action. We'll see how quickly he can recover his explosive athleticism.
Here's Booker. And it's sent back by Mitchell.
This is the elite defense Mitchell provides, and you've got to love how he competes.
To the left side wing. Conley finds Gobert. The drive. Oh, my goodness.
Did you see
what a play.
Unbelievable. What you love about Donovan Mitchell, not only does he explode into his moves, he finishes with authority.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Conley. Stolen by Rubio. Tipped away. Stolen by Mitchell. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Donovan Mitchell pushing the basketball down your throat. We know he's going to be aggressive time and time again.
On the wing, Booker. There's the pass to Ayton. Over Gobert. And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Booker.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Here's Bogdanovich. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Such a valuable playmaker for this team. Mitchell can get his own and get others involved as well.
Booker the pass to Ayton. It's stolen by Gobert. Mitchell with it. There's the dish to Gobert. 5 on the clock. Here's Conley. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. The Suns trailing. Pass to Rubio. Gobert with the block.
With plays like that, Gobert can start to get in your head. He covers so much ground.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And entering the league as a complimentary scorer, Bogdanovich put up 20 points a game last year. That was a career high in the 4th straight year that he improved his scoring average.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. The Jazz also changing it up. Davis is checked in for Gobert. O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Clarkson in for Mike Conley. Now here is Carter inside. Baines misses the layup. And another area where Bogdanovich is helping the offense. Greg is doing a better job of creating for others.
I mean, he still has that shoot-first mentality, but now if he doesn't have a clean look, he's much more willing to make the extra pass, and that makes him just that much more valuable to this team.
Here's Jerome. Sharks looking around. Over Bogdanovich. No good off the front iron.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
We've got 1:13 left here in the opening quarter. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
The Jazz have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Now, here is O'Neal. No points in the game yet for him. And Bogdanovich kicks to Mitchell. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Carter, the pass to Baines. No good, unable to end this run.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Already ahead by double digits, trying to run away and not look back.
Here is Carter after the basket by Utah. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Jerome passes to Baines. Out to Saric. The Suns need to get a shot off. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. "17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
Gobert in the corner. Up top, Moutier. The drive by Gobert. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
That is situational basketball. It takes a good understanding and good execution.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Jazz enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got O'Neal, Emmanuel Moutier out there with Jordan Clarkson. And there's Davis, and it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. Utah leading by 11. And Davis gets it to go. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powering it home.
And it's Baines missing.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Who's watching here? Here's O'Neal. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Passes it to Moutier. Clarkson against Bridges. Back to Moutier. The second chance effort. And it's good on the way in.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
This is his first free throw of the game. That one is off. So both teams changing it up here. And he sinks the second. Utah with the ball. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Gobert. Second chance shot. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Gobert's got 4 this quarter. Here's Booker. Down low. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Booker. Booker's got 3 assists now in this one.
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
Now here is Conley. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And it's Bogdanovich on the follow. And the Jazz lead by 18.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Booker finds 8. Back to Booker. Banked in off the glass. And we know the story. Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skills.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun. Getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
Oh, and this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Craig, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message. Goes up on the block. Another one falls for Phoenix.
And what a baller Booker is, capable of torching you from any spot on the floor.
Bogdanovich looking around. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
Sharks checked in for the Suns. Johnson comes in for Oubre. Inside, here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
Now Johnson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Kaminsky is checked in for the Suns. Rubio against Conley. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Outside Bogdanovich. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Bojan Bogdanovich had no problems getting going. He had 11 points. And that should...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Bojan Bogdanovich with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Oubre, and it's Ayton in at the center filling out the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now here's Ayton. Kicks it out to Rubio. 5 to shoot. Takes a shot at the elbow. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Here's Booker. Pass to Ayton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Here's Ayton, and the layup's good off the glass. Ayton's got 9.
I think this is Rubio's greatest trait. I love to watch him move the basketball, and so does his coaching staff.
Now, here's Mitchell. 10 points for him. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
The strength of Donovan Mitchell going downhill off contact, able to muscle it through.
And when you talk about certain players having that it factor, Donovan Mitchell fits that bill.
He does. Confident in his approach, GA. Fearless on his attack. Donovan Mitchell is one of those guys who can go off for 50 if you let him get into rhythm. As long as he's in Utah, that team will remain competitive.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Mikal Bridges comes in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Then for the Jazz, Davis is checked in for Gobert. Royce O'Neal comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. Ingles can't get it to go.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Knocked loose. Bogdanovich with it. Now defended by Oubre. Oubre against Moutier. Out to the right wing. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for the Suns. Saric comes in for Kelly Oubre. Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the Utah Jazz last season, there was a lot of fallout from the COVID crisis. But Rudy Gobert was able to patch up things with his teammates and specifically guard Donovan Mitchell after Gobert realized his mistake. For a team with so much maturity and potential to win, it was good to see them finally be able to turn the page. Guys?
Good to see things back on track. Thanks, David.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Booker against Clarkson. It's stolen by Moutier. Pass break. Here come the Jazz. Up the floor. O'Neal dishes to Clarkson. Back to O'Neal. His first shot coming late. Nice ball movement by Utah. Offline with his 3. Suns trail by 18. Booker draws the double. Kicks it to Kaminsky. To the paint. Back to Saric. To the inside. And it's Carter penetrating. You can't get that one. The Jazz go the other way with it. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. Releases. Got a piece of it.
And you can't be careless around Saric. When he's on you, he is looking to send that one back.
4 on the shot clock. Clarkson. Saric grabs the board.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And that one good from Clarkson.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Now here's Booker. Ready by Bogdanovich. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ingles passes to Moutier. The putback, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. Booker in the post. He's covered by Clarkson. Moutier against Carter. Here's Kaminsky. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Kaminsky's got 4 points this quarter.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Got it off in time, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Utah in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Their defense has been terrific in this game, and we'll be back with you shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And so in the game for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's O'Neal in at small forward. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Stolen by O'Neal. Here's Mitchell. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And that's now 18 points for Donovan Mitchell. Baines dishes to Šarić. Doubled by Bogdanovich. Šarić passes to Baines. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
On the wing, Mitchell. Good. He's now got 10 of 10 from the field.
Mitchell doing a good job. In order to have a chance in this league, you've got to be able to score. He's done that tonight.
Johnson dishes to Baines. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Mitchell wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got his 4th assist in this one. The pass to Baines over Gobert, and it's Baines missing.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Great job getting it to go after he takes the hit. Mitchell plays with a force every night.
Here's Booker. Following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. And Booker kicks to Johnson. To the middle. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his first foul. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Here's Booker. Bogdanovich picking up that last basket. Kicks it out to Rubio. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Tony Bradley comes in for Rudy Gobert, and Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. .157 left here in the fourth quarter. Bogdanovich against Oubre. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Bogdanovich, no luck. Suns have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. And the call will be against George Niang. That's his first foul. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Pass to Okobo. He kicks to Kaminsky. Suns moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. to stop the drought, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Jazz.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Donovan Mitchell.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
It's good.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Now, here's Bogdanovich, and it's Bradley off the drive, and he gets the bucket.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Akobo, the pass to Kaminsky, goes to the reverse layup and pops it in.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Conley into the lane. 2 points. That one goes.
You won't find many players with the quickness of Mike Conley. He can dice you up.
Here's Akobo, covered by Mitchell. Kaminsky misses. And here is Mitchell. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win to come into an opponent's building and
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A view of I-40 and with
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Kelly Oubre out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder.
Well, the passing ability on display for SGA. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander getting it done.
Booker looking around. Out left to the wing. Here's Ayton. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Wow, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander off his feet and sends it back.
Here's Dort, covered by Oubre. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. We've played just over a minute here in the first.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Poke loose. It's stolen by Adams. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Lays it up off the glass.
Such a smoothness and ease to the way Shai Gilgeous-Alexander plays. What a pretty drive. Makes it look easy.
A couple years ago, after making all-rookie second team, we knew Gilgeous-Alexander was good. But, Greg, last season he went from good to great.
I mean, how about almost doubling his scoring average? Became a tremendous rebounder out of the backcourt. He gives you assists and picks up steals as well. Once he gains more strength, this guy could be a perennial all-star.
And it's Paul penetrating. Count that one.
How about the ability to knife inside the defense? Chris Paul has been outstanding as a dribble driver his entire career.
Now, here's Rubio. He feeds it to Ayton. On the wing, Booker. Back to Ayton. 5 to shoot. Tries again. He can't get it to go. Adams, some nice D. Oklahoma City leading by 4. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And, you know, we talk a lot about Paul as a leader on and off the court. Was elected president of the Players Association back in 2013, re-elected for a 4-year term in 2017. People simply trust his point of view.
A platoon swap here for Phoenix.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Well, we know for Chris Paul, Greg, it's nothing new to lead, but on Oklahoma City last year, he had to do it without being surrounded by superstars.
You know, that's okay. Paul's a guy who wants to set the table. You have to have the ball to do that, and he's at his best when directing traffic and making his teammates better.
Diallo, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's Schroeder. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
This guy not just a jump shooter now. Dennis Schroeder more than happy to get inside and mix it up.
And stolen by Noel. Here's Ferguson. Defended by Bridges. Schroeder scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
To the inside. And the Thunder pushing it up now. And Noel throws it down.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Now here's Šorić. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet, and he makes that one.
At his size, Dario Saric can see the floor, and he knows how to put it on time and on target.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Carter drives in. And the rejection by Noel.
This is a staple of his game. Nerlens Noel sends it back.
And that one, good. Schroeder's got 8 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Carter, the pass to Baines. Over Noel. Finds the open look, and it's on target. The Thunder leading by 11. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Noel. And Noel throws it down.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And it's Carter missing.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to...
A big-time effort for Dennis Schroeder, providing a lot of energy for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basket.
One thing we have to do is stop comparing ourselves to last year. Early in the
You know, Greg, he makes a great point. Even when you have mostly the same guys, every season is different.
And if you're a coach, it'll give you gray hairs trying to preach that to your players. Many guys don't believe it until they're in it and then have to dig themselves out of a hole.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance from the Thunder so far.
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Oklahoma City right now, Schroeder and Gilgeous-Alexander, they're up in the backcourt. Nerlens Noel is out there with Muscala, and it's Ferguson in at the 3, the small forward. Schroeder up top, 8 points for him. It's deflected. Fast break, here come the Suns. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Booker.
Well, a guard has got to come with physical intensity on the interior, and Devin Booker does just that.
Schroeder dishes to Noel, and Noel throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Jerome, and the rejection by Noel. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses in close. Suns trail by 13. Bridges passes to Kaminsky. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Here's Booker. Oubre outside. Back to Booker. Lays it up and banks it in. Booker's got 4 points this quarter. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. John Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
That one good for 2. Booker's got 8 points.
He's been a marksman this period. Their shot mechanics finally in sync.
The Thunder leading by 13. Here's Dort. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Court vision, intellect, basketball IQ, the masterful distributor that is Chris Paul.
Rubio against Paul. Rubio misses.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Dort misses. Suns trail by 15.
And Devin Booker in the 3rd year of that 5-year, $158 million contract, coming off his first All-Star selection and his most efficient scoring season. Man, it's hard to imagine what's coming next.
I think, Greg, he's desperate to make the playoffs, right? He's doing his part. He's improving on the defensive end. He's been an eye-popping scorer throughout the early part of his career. Now it's all about, can he create team success?
Here's Noel. Phoenix grabs the miss. And now the Suns a fast break. Here's Booker. The rejection by Paul. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Paul with the ball. And he banks in the layup. He's got 10.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Gallinari against Rubio. Oubre kicks to Ayton. Back to Oubre. And the pass to Ayton. Can't connect from short range.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
I think this is what we call, quote, running a team off the floor. They have been fantastic in transition.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder out in front by 17 points at the end of the... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Chris Paul has been the story in this one. He had 12 points and Gallen. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Oubre, and it's Ayton in at the center filling out the middle.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
They get a hand on it. Paul against Rubio. Paul passes to Gallinari. Back to Paul. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
When Chris Paul gets into the teeth of the defense, make no mistake, this guy's in attack mode because he wants to go to the foul line.
Diallo, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And so Paul nails both of them. Suns trail by 21. Rubio outside to the paint. Ayton. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Ayton. Count it.
What a fantastic offensive rebounder. Ayton's so good at using his physical advantages.
Rubio against Paul. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. And a change for the Suns. Saric is checked in. Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. That's going to send Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to the free throw line. That one on Ayton. And the Thunder making a switch here. Muscala's checked in. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Carter, he's checked in for Phoenix.
Man, such an easy release for Devin Booker. Doesn't have to elevate that much to get that shot off.
And what that means, Greg, is that smooth stroke translates into the three-point shootout. Booker with the all-time record, 28 points in a round. That leads to a victory in 2018 in that contest. That was special.
Carter dishes to Ayton. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Ayton's got 4 points now in the quarter. Schroeder looking over the floor. He dishes it to Muscala. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Schroeder against Carter. And that one's good. Schroeder's got 12 points in the game.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Ayton. Makes it off the glass.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
Gallinari kicks to Muscala. And stolen by Ayton. And, oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He's made one and missed one so far in the game. Nerlens Noel checks in for the Thunder. Terrence Ferguson comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And for the Suns, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Saric. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Oubre. Passes it to Diallo. To the wing on the left. Now here's Noel. He's got 6, and he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 8.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Carter. Feeds it to Kaminsky. Kicks it out to Booker. To the left wing. And Carter has it in the corner. 4 on the clock. Bridges inside the three-point line. The Thunder pull it in. Noel's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Ferguson. Back to Diallo. Out to the wing. Now here is Muscala. Covered by Baines. Suns trail by 20. Oh, and there's the alley-oop, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, Devin Booker is known as a scorer, but this guy will find you if you're open.
Diallo the pass to Ferguson. Here's Muscala. There's 53 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. That one goes. Count it.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Booker. And play stops as it looks like they call an over-the-back here.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Now, they like to fly in at the last moment rather than establish position early.
Ricky Rubio checked in for Booker. Here's Ferguson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Rubio dishes to Baines. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Baines has got 6.
Boy, that's the vision and ability to deliver precise passes. Rubio completely on point.
Paul against Rubio. The 3. The shot by Paul, no good. Rubio outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Tell you what makes Rubio really tough on the drive. He's practically ambidextrous.
And so it's Oklahoma City with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Ferguson out there with Paul, and it's Dort in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter space and then go and corral that backcourt.
Well, Steven Adams is as strong a player as there is in the NBA. Draws the contact there.
Throw good, Adams.
And becoming more of a playmaker. Doris, I think that's where Adams made the most in terms of improvement last season.
The numbers would back that up, Greg, because he practically doubled his assist rate. The Thunder actually ran their offense through him a little bit more often, and the team shared the ball more as a whole. For Brad Stevens, he said OKC was one of his favorite teams to watch last season, and there were many people who felt the same way.
Gallinari surveying the D. Pass to Paul. Back to Gallinari. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. With his first shot attempt, Oklahoma City keeps it going. A new shot clock of 14 seconds. From deep three-point range. There's the triple. The Thunder with another miss. Suns trail by 18. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. And there's Sharch on the assist by Johnson.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Dort, covered by Oubre. Ball outside. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Here's Baines. Adams trying to free himself up. Shots good by Baines.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Paul. Gallinari passes to Adams. Comes up empty down low. The Suns have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Ball against Oubre. Back to Rubio. The pass to Baines. Shoots over Adams. And it's Baines missing. And so it's Paul with it. Bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 22 is their biggest lead. Suns trail by 16. Oubre, left side. That one's not going to go. And the Thunder going the other way now. Here's Dort. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence as these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Now, this is one of the most talked about international players ever, and I think Rubio just needs to stay healthy and keep working on that shot.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Suns trail by 17. It's stolen by Adams. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now guarded by Saric.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Oklahoma City.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Chris Paul.
This guy has been shot making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over, and Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. So for the Suns, Jerome passes to Okobo. Here's Jerome. Bridges dishes to Kaminsky. Now here's Bridges. He's guarded closely. Here's Diallo. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Pass to Burton. The three. Offensive rebound. And Muscala kicks to Nader. Pass to Schroeder. Launches a three. Can't connect. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
At home in Utah, the Jazz never fail to go out of their way to look good, and they're back. And David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks.
DA, thanks a lot. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3. And for the Jazz, Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard position.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The drive by Mitchell. With the second effort, Gobert can't hit. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Dort misses. Jazz have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Mitchell, and then Mitchell at the dot.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Paul against Ingles. Paul's shot is off.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Bucket is good.
And for an undersized player, Chris Paul's a pretty good finisher around the rim. Certainly knows all the angles.
Here's Conley following the basket by Chris Paul. Tips it up, and there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
Chris Paul at his best right there on that kind of play. A legendary distributor who spots the open man.
For Utah, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Conley feeling it out. A baseline J. Gobert. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. Gobert's got 6. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Dort. Makes it off the glass.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Here's Gobert, and Adams sends it back.
And Steven Adams just throwing that one out of the way.
The Jazz have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. It's tipped. Mitchell outside. Just 5 on the clock. Shot from 12. The offensive rebound. And slam dunk by Gobert.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Now here's Paul. Oklahoma City moving it around. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
What focus from the big Italian forward out there. Gallinari is used to having to overcome a lot of physical defense.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. A second chance effort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Utah shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Ed Davis is checked in for Gobert. O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Inside, Davis. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And here's a guy who has all the tools to be a threat inside. Davis still searching for his offensive consistency.
Diallo the pass to Schroeder. Here's Noel. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Here's Clarkson. Here's Davis. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. And Utah making a change here. Niang's checked in. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And Noel with the basket on the assist by Schroeder.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
Mudiay passes to Davis. Kicks it to O'Neal. Down low. Clarkson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And the Thunder pushing it up now. And here we go. And that one's good. Schroeder.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded by Diallo. Pass to Clarkson. Here's Mudiay. That will count. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Both teams have it going here early and still close. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Jazz, Davis is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's O'Neal. Then it's Mudiay. And it's Clarkson in at the 2 guard.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
O'Neal passes to Mudiay. Right side Davis. O'Neal inside. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to just 2 points from the bucket from Davis.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Clarkson. Now, here is Muscala. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Ferguson. Up again. Great positioning on the putbacks. Muscala's got the lead up to 4 now for the Thunder.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Mudiay pass to Davis. Knocks it loose. One-on-one fast break. Here's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Well, good job by Schroeder using his quickness, this time defensively grabbing the steal.
Mitchell outside. Count that one. Mitchell's got 6 points.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Inside, here's Diallo, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example. and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game is played is so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around you.
Lightning.
That was incredible.
Well, hustle from Gallo there. Remember, at 6'10", he can do that. Makes the right call by going back in and finding possession there.
Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Moutier against Paul. Gobert with the block.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Diallo, no good.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And that's part of what Mitchell brings to the table. The willingness to operate on the perimeter or get in there and mix it up on the interior.
And the Jazz with some changes. George Niang, he's checked in for Davis. Joe Ingles comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Mike Conley subbed in for Emmanuel Moutier. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Dort's checked in. A nice shot by Gallinari.
Zero hesitation from Shea on that play.
Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Paul kicks to Adams. Paul surveying the floor. Gobert with the block. They recover it. Passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Adams dishes to Paul. Another shot. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Conley.
His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on. Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Paul outside. Looking to end his cold spell. That one falls.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Mitchell with it. Now defended by Adams. And it's Mitchell missing. And so it's Paul with it. Bringing it up for the Thunder. High arcing shot. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got the glass cover here tonight. 11 boards for him.
Love the pass there from Gobert. Always nice when your big man feeds his teammates.
And Gallinari throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And that one, good.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Paul against Conley. And the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Paul. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. The shot will not fall. Donovan Mitchell firing up.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. Donovan Mitchell was on fire in the first half. He had 20 points. Such a... That's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
You want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. Gallinari passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Conley against Paul. Lock at 6. Gobert with the block. Jacks up a 3. A nice shot by Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic has got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Jazz. Goes back up. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Paul.
The competitiveness of this game lifting, and so Chris Paul is going to get to that standard. He enjoys being aggressive on the offensive glass.
And Paul played in his 10th NBA All-Star game last year after having missed the event 3 years in a row.
And some of that could have been health, and then obviously some of it was fit with other teams, but this Thunder offense has really played to Chris Paul's strengths and working through a ton of options, sometimes playing deep into the shot clock. Again, highly efficient and one of the best mid-range players, and then working alongside Steven Adams. This has been a bit of a symphony here.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Utah shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
And the basket by Ingles.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Here's Paul. The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Thunder trailing by 7. Here's Paul. That one goes in. Paul's got 10 points.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Conley, and he comes up with the deuce. Conley's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Jazz.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Ball against Conley. From the stripe. No good that time. The Jazz go the other way with it.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. To the inside, Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 15 rebounds. Here's Gallinari. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
As soon as Gallinari saw the lane open up, he took it right at the defense and finishes off in style.
Clarkson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Ball outside. There's 1:17 left in the third. Here's Muscala, and he banks in the layup.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Jazz leading by 7. Clarkson taking his time here, and that one is hammered home.
Yeah, Jordan Clarkson bringing it up to the 10.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. To the paint. Here's Muscala. That shot missing. And Utah the other way now. Gibson up top. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Paul. Ingles with the rebound. And so Gobert will bring it up for Utah. And a strong finish with two hands.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
Here's Diallo, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
One eye on the rim, one eye on the...
And so it's Utah. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Emmanuel Mudiay out there with Donovan Mitchell. And there's Davis. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 4. That's the group right now for Utah. Jazz leading by 13. Mitchell against Noel. The 10-footer. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 22 points.
And the coaching staff loves this. Mitchell being assertive on offense and just imposing his will.
Here's Noel. Here's Adams. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, good on the triple. Thunder trailing by 13. Ferguson kicks to Noel. It doesn't go for him.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Schroeder against Mitchell. And Adams sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And here they go. And Davis sends it back.
It's a wonder we don't see more of that from Davis. He has the live legs and instincts to be a premier shot blocker in the league.
Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. Mike Conley comes in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Adams right side. Pass to Dort. 5 on the clock. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, Steven Adams has more skills than just being a screen setter out there, showing them off there.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's guarded closer, and the shot is good. He's got 24.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Schroeder, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Schroeder. He's explosive, and he's good at finding his way to the line because he uses that quickness well.
That's good from Schroeder. Schroeder hits them both.
With Schroeder, it's all about speed. He just changes direction and shifts into another gear, Kevin. That's where his advantage lies.
The drive by Mitchell. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And it's off from three-point range. And the Thunder pushing it up now. It's tipped. Gobert with the block. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Jazz leading by 11. Bogdanovich wide open. But they get it back.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Outside Conley. Back to Bogdanovich. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Fires from deep. Thunder with the rebound. Schroeder with the ball. Conley picks him up. Back to Schroeder. The dish to Noel. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, when Nerlens Noel stays very confident offensively, good things like this tend to happen.
Gets the first, and that brings them to within 10. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Jazz. Then for the Thunder, Gallinari, he's checked in for Adams. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Paul's subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. All free throws good from Noel.
And Nerlens Noel, since coming into the league, seemingly has fought an uphill battle to try to find a role on a team where he can consistently make key contributions. Let's hope it's now.
Conley's shot is off. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Paul with the buckets.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Outside Conley. Back to Bogdanovich. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. And slam dunk by Gobert.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Noel. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Noel.
And how fearless is Donovan Mitchell? I mean, as a rookie, in his first playoff series, he went off for 38 in a closeout game against none other than Russell Westbrook.
Conley against Paul. The wide open look here for Ingles. Nice open look, but it's no good.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Paul for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Jazz lead by 12.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
And here's Bogdanovich for 3. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. So, David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our